USA Today's Washington Bureau Chief Susan Page is with us. She is covering her 10th presidential campaign. Good morning.
Good morning.
Lots to talk about. First, let's talk about that very issue. It's on the front page of USA Today. Trump team on defensive after Wade tweet. Does that hurt his outreach to African Americans?
You know, I think it hurts not his outreach to African Americans as much as his outreach to white suburban voters, which I think is the real target of some of these recent speeches he's given. I spent Saturday in Chester County, Pennsylvania, just outside Philadelphia, talking to just those voters. In the sense that Donald Trump is racially insensitive or intolerant is a big issue, driving these voters away from the Republican Party and toward Hillary Clinton.
He's not going to get a significant share of the African American vote.
He won't get double digits.
But the polling does show that college-educated suburban whites have fallen from his campaign. That should be the base of the Republican Party.
This is the biggest swing group in this election. Mitt Romney won these voters by 14 percentage points just 4 years ago. Now Hillary Clinton leads among them. That is the biggest swing we've seen of any major demographic group, and it may be the group that determines who wins in the fall.
Let's go ahead and talk about immigration. Trump's speech on Wednesday, how has the recent confusion over his policy on illegal immigration affected his campaign?
Well, I think it's been a diversion. You know, this is not the issue that he wants to be talking about if he's reaching out to voters who are in the middle who might be undecided. And I think it's created some problems for him with his core supporters, the sense that he's moving away from the idea of deporting the 11 or 12 million people who are here illegally. So I think the campaign hopes to put this controversy, this confusion, to rest in this speech Wednesday.
Is it too little, too late?
Well, I don't know. It is just 71 days till the election, so it is pretty late in the day to be explaining yourself on the issue that launched your candidacy 14 months ago.
Even, Susan, as he was looking to stay on message with regard to the issues facing Hillary Clinton and the Clinton Foundation, if we looked into the Clinton campaign's approach and really response, the candidate herself said, there's a lot of smoke here, but there's no fire. What to make of the optics right now?
So far, we don't know of anything that's illegal. We don't even know of anything that's unusual. These kind of outreaches are pretty customary for candidates running for office, but I think it does look unsavory to a lot of American voters. I think it's one of the things that makes Americans suspicious of politics and politicians. It's one reason that Bernie Sanders did so well against Hillary Clinton, the sense, this coziness of the powerful.
And they've said they'll shut the foundation down if she wins. People are suggesting that
They won't shut it down. People
they'll step away. But in stepping away, people suggest then you're acknowledging, and so to a degree, that there's an issue here.
And if it was unacceptable, if it's unacceptable as president to have Bill Clinton out there fundraising for the foundation, why not unacceptable when she was Secretary of State? I think that's a fair question to raise.
The Trump campaign announcing this morning a $10 million buy in 9 states. 8 of those 9 states, Mitt Romney lost in the last election. I know you've looked at the ad, too. It's a strong economic message.
This is exactly the message that Republicans have been hoping to hear from Donald Trump from the beginning. It's a message of change versus more of the same. In the ad, it says things are going badly, and they'll get worse with a President Clinton. That is a pretty powerful message with an electorate that wants change. We know 2 out of 3 Americans say the country's going in the wrong direction. It's gotten off track. But Donald Trump has been unable to capitalize on those feelings because he's been made the issue himself. One provocative statement after another has raised questions about his own qualifications and suitability for the office.
And, I mean, this is your 10th presidential campaign. An ad like this is released. Wouldn't the speech that's coming up be on the same message as the ad that was just released? It's sort of hammering home a single message to try and get full coverage on that. And yet he's speaking about immigration. The ad's about the economy. Is there some dissonance here?
Yes, that would not be what a traditional campaign would have been planning. And in fact, this is an ad that could have been put out months ago. It could have been running all summer to have the maximum effect on an electorate. You know, early voting starts in just a couple weeks.
That'll be key. Thank you.
Susan Page of the USA Today.
Thank you.